Hi, we're the mother-daughter grounded good wife duo. I'm Velia, the history nut and mother.
And I'm Eris, the herbalist.
I have a love-hate relationship with onions, and that's because of my mother. When I was a little kid, she used to make these things called bristle burgers, which were 50% big chunks of onion and 50% hamburger meat. And when she put them in the broiler, all these pieces of onions were like sticking out of the hamburgers. And when I pulled them out, which of course I did and probably got yelled off for pulling them out, there were these deep pits and holes and canyons where the onions had been. So even though I hate onions, I cook with them all the time in much smaller pieces because I know how medicinally important onions are.
So today we're going to teach you how to make onion cough syrup, which is super easy to make, and it's a folk remedy that's been around for a very long time. So there's a study in 2006 that showed that even though billions of dollars are spent every year on cough syrup, if you have a cough that's caused by a virus, it's really not going to do anything for that at all. But onion cough syrup is antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, and antiseptic. So it's really not just covering up your cough, it's getting at the root of it and helping to get rid of it for real. So onion cough syrup helps to soothe your sore throat. And it also has expectorant properties, breaking up any kind of mucus or phlegm or junk like that. So you can cough it up, and also it helps to clear your lungs.
And the beauty of it is, who doesn't have onions and sugar hanging around their house? And I have to say, even though I'm an onion hater, it really doesn't taste as bad as you might think it does. And frankly, if you're that sick, you're not going to care what it tastes like. And you don't have to spend money on cough syrup.
So to make it, all you need is an onion, some white sugar, and a jar.
Glass jar, because plastic sucks. So what you do is you slice your onion into coins. And hopefully the size of the onion like kind of correlates with this, with the circumference, diameter, whatever you call it, of the jar, right?
So then in your jar, you're going to put one of the little coin kind of things, which actually kind of fits. And then you're going to put a little bit of sugar, maybe about 1/8 of a cup.
Can you get a bigger spoon?
So you're making a little layer of onion and sugar, onion and sugar,
You know, I don't know. I'm onion hater has to touch the onions.
onion, sugar, onion, sugar, onion, sugar, onion, sugar. I think you get the idea. Okay, then you put on the lid. Then you let it sit just on your counter for a few hours. And after about 2 hours, you'll start to see it kind of liquefying. And then after about 8 to 12 hours, it'll be like totally syrupy. And then you can strain it and start taking it.
I think we should not show them the liquefying part because you're really going to be amazed. Like when Eris first told me about this, I was like, oh, baloney, this can't be. But you're going to be amazed what you see, and it happens in about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can strain it, and it's recommended to take about a teaspoonful every few hours as needed. And then you can keep it in the fridge and stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. After 12 hours, the sugar has sucked out everything beneficial out of the onion that there is. So after 12 hours, nothing else is going to be happening. So it's time to strain it for good.
So in the world of herbalism and homeopathy, there's something called the like cures like principle.
So, you know sometimes when you cut an onion, your eyes start to water and your nose starts to run? What that means, if you ascribe it to the like cures like concept, is that very often that's showing that you need an onion in your life to help with those symptoms. One thing you don't want to do though, tonight you don't want to dream about an onion because folklore has it that if you dream of onions, you're going to experience much domestic strife in your life. And we don't want that to happen. As always, stay grounded.